We arrive in this world with treasures hidden deep within, but somewhere along the way, we forget. We forget our wholeness. We forget our timeless essence. Instead, we become wanderers in an endless desert, chasing distant mirages of fulfillment, unaware that the oasis we seek has always been within. This journey is not about becoming something more. It is about remembering who we already are. It's about shedding the illusions that shroud our essence, one layer at a time. Take a breath. Feel the stillness between moments. It is in this sacred pause that the path begins. Let us begin. From the moment we take our first breath, the world begins to whisper its narratives into our ears. Some are gentle lullabies, others are sharp, unyielding commands. But beneath them all lies a persistent, almost imperceptible murmur. You are not enough. We grow up surrounded by symbols of success, achievement, and worth. Shiny trophies, glowing screens, distant dreams. Society teaches us to measure ourselves against these external markers, convincing us that fulfillment lies just one step beyond our current reach. But here lies the paradox. The more we chase, the emptier we feel. The more we accumulate, the more hollow the victories become. Why? Because the illusion of insufficiency is a mirage. It is a veil cast over our eyes, blinding us to the vast reservoir of wisdom, creativity, and love already residing within us. When we pause, when we turn inward and listen, not to the noise but to the silence, we begin to sense a deeper truth. We are already whole. The treasures we seek are not scattered across distant horizons. They are nestled in the sanctuary of our own being. So ask yourself, what are the stories I tell myself about my worth? Whose voice whispers, "You are not enough," in the quiet moments? What would happen if I stopped listening to those voices? You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are not incomplete. You are, and always have been, enough. Take a moment, breathe deeply. Let this truth settle within you. In the stillness, the treasure map reveals itself not as a destination to reach, but as a journey inward, into the vast landscapes of your own soul. Time, an invisible thread weaving through the fabric of our lives, holds us in its relentless grip. From the moment we wake until we close our eyes at night, we are pursued by its ticking rhythm, a ceaseless drumbeat reminding us of fleeting moments and looming deadlines. We measure our worth by how much we achieve within its narrow confines. We chase time, trying to bend it, stretch it, conquer it. Yet no matter how fast we run, time always seems to outrun us. It feels like there's never enough time to rest, to create, to love, to simply be. But time itself is an illusion, a construct our minds have built to make sense of the ever-changing flow of existence. The past clings to us with shadows of regret and nostalgia, while the future pulls us forward with whispers of hope and fear. In this relentless tug of war, the present moment slips through our fingers like grains of sand. Yet, it is only in this present moment that life truly exists, right here, right now. The ticking clock is not our enemy. It's a gentle reminder, a reminder that life isn't waiting for us somewhere in the distance. It's happening now, in the space between one breath and the next. When we pause, even for a fleeting moment, we can feel time dissolve. The rush subsides, and all that remains is presence, a stillness where life unfolds in its purest form. But the world doesn't teach us to pause. Instead, it demands motion, productivity, forward momentum. And so we keep running, fearing that stillness might mean falling behind. Take a moment. Notice the breath moving in and out of your body. Feel the weight of your feet on the ground, the soft hum of the world around you. In this space, time softens, the illusion fades, the truth reveals itself. You are not racing against time, you are flowing with it. Right here, in this fleeting moment, everything is exactly as it should be. There's no past to rewrite, no future to control, only this beautiful fleeting now. Stay here, breathe here. Let time fade into the background and allow the present to become your sanctuary. For in this eternal now, life is not slipping away, it's waiting to be fully lived. Life often feels like an endless loop, a repeating pattern of actions, thoughts, and emotions that play out like an old familiar song. We find ourselves walking the same paths, reacting to the same triggers, and falling into the same emotional traps over and over again. It's as if we are caught in a labyrinth, endlessly circling back to where we started, never quite reaching the exit. At the heart of this cycle lies a deep, unfulfilled yearning, a hunger that drives us to chase external validation, material success, and fleeting pleasures. Society applauds this chase, rewarding us with temporary triumphs and shiny trophies, yet the satisfaction they bring quickly fades, leaving us craving the next achievement, the next milestone, the next fleeting moment of joy. But why does fulfillment always seem just out of reach? Why do we continue to chase something that never fully satisfies us? The answer lies in the shadows of our own inner world. Each repetition, each restless pursuit is born from unhealed wounds, wounds we carry from our past, often from our childhood. These invisible scars whisper to us, convincing us that we must do more, be more, achieve more, in order to finally feel worthy, to finally feel whole. Yet no external success can heal an internal wound. No amount of wealth, recognition, or applause can fill the void created by unresolved pain. The labyrinth tightens its grip when we refuse to look inward, when we distract ourselves with the noise of the external world instead of listening to the silence within. But there is a way out, a doorway hidden in plain sight. It begins with a pause, a deliberate moment of stillness amidst the chaos. In this pause, we can observe the patterns we've been repeating, the cycles we've been trapped in, and the illusions we've been chasing. It is in this space of quiet awareness that we begin to understand. The chase itself is the trap. We are not broken. We are not empty. The fulfillment we seek does not lie in the next achievement, the next relationship, or the next milestone. It resides here, within us, in the vast stillness of our being. But breaking free from this cycle requires courage. The courage to face the shadows, to sit with discomfort, and to question the narratives we've been told about success and worthiness. So pause, take a breath, feel the stillness. Notice the patterns you've been repeating, the desires you've been chasing, and ask yourself, what am I truly searching for? The answer isn't out there, it's in here, in the quiet spaces of your soul, where the labyrinth begins to dissolve and the chase loses its grip. True freedom isn't found in reaching the end of the maze or in capturing an elusive goal. It's found in realizing that you were never truly lost and that everything you've been searching for has been with you all along. Let the chase end. Let the labyrinth fade. In this moment, you are free. In a world filled with endless noise, silence has become a rare and almost sacred refuge. Our days are consumed by external chatter, digital distractions, and the constant hum of our restless thoughts. The world teaches us to fill every moment with sound, action, and purpose, but in doing so, we drown out the one voice that truly matters, the voice of our inner being. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, it is the space where true being reveals itself. In this quiet expanse, stripped of roles, titles, and expectations, we come face to face with our essence, the part of us that exists beyond words, beyond identity, beyond the mind's endless chatter. But the journey into silence is not an easy one. The ego resists it fiercely, clinging to its stories, fears, and illusions. The ego thrives on control and familiarity, weaving a dreamlike narrative of who we are, built from societal expectations, childhood conditioning, and accumulated experiences. This narrative becomes our identity, a fragile construction we defend at all costs. We believe we are our stories, our wounds, our successes, and our failures. Yet beneath this carefully constructed facade lies the truth. We are not the roles we play, nor the labels we wear. When we step into silence, the dream begins to dissolve. The illusions of separation and control start to fade, and we see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as interconnected threads in the vast tapestry of existence. But silence demands surrender. It asks us to let go of the stories we tell ourselves, to release the need for control, and to simply be. This surrender isn't an act of weakness, it's an act of profound courage, a willingness to step into the unknown and allow ourselves to experience life without the filter of the ego. In this sacred stillness, the boundaries between self and other begin to blur. The mind quiets and a deeper awareness emerges, an awareness that transcends thought, time, and identity. Here, in this space, we awaken from the dream of self. We realize that we are not separate from the universe. We are the universe, experiencing itself in human form. Our fears, our desires, our endless chasing, they all lose their grip in the light of this truth. So pause, breathe, feel the silence. Let the layers of illusion fall away one by one until all that remains is presence, raw, unfiltered, infinite. You are not the dream, you are the dreamer. Life is not a race to a distant finish line, nor is it a series of boxes to check off before we run out of time. It is a sacred journey, one that begins and ends within us. The illusions we've explored, the illusion of insufficiency, the illusion of time, the repeating labyrinth of patterns, the chase for fulfillment, the restless noise of the world, and the fragile dream of self, are not barriers to our growth. They are invitations. Each one asks us to pause, to look inward, and to remember what we have always known deep in our hearts. Everything we seek is already within us. The treasure isn't out there on some distant horizon. It's nestled in the quiet corners of our being, waiting patiently to be discovered. The path forward isn't about escaping our current reality or becoming someone new. It's about returning to the stillness, returning to the present moment, returning to the simple truth of who we are beyond the noise and illusions. Take a breath. Let go of the chase. Feel the silence. In this space, there are no questions left unanswered, no voids left unfilled. You are enough. You are whole. You are free. Thank you for walking this path with me. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to carry it with you into your day, into your life, and into your heart. The journey does not end here. It continues in every breath, in every moment, and in every quiet pause where truth reveals itself. If you have any questions or reflections, leave them in the comments below. I will personally respond and guide you, just as I have guided many others before. Together, I hope we can uncover the wisdom, clarity, and fulfillment that lie within you. This is Seeker's Secrets, and the way forward is always inward. Take care, be still, and remember, you are not walking this path alone.